Salutations, friends and strangers of the interwebs. Welcome back to the channel. I am Said Stevie. I'm going for a drive this morning. Well, it's morning for me. It's actually about 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. Couldn't sleep. Kiddo is out staying at a friend's house. The missus had to do an overnight at work, so I figured I would go drive the Mountain Loop Highway. At least attempt to. It's been 4 or 5 months since I've been able to get out there. Every other attempt, either the road was washed over because we were in flood season, or there was too much snow and the Mountain Loop was closed down. So it's been a little while, and I figured, what the heck? And since I haven't vlogged in a while, I figured, what the heck? So we shall see what I'm able to capture today. And yeah, with me, whoops, just unbuckled my seatbelt. I got a couple of knives that I'm carrying today. I'm carrying a couple of Ashers. A couple of dope new Asher knives. I got the Thai Spiro. This knife is phenomenal. Getting some good pocket time in today. And then I also have on me, this is on loan from Lefty EDC for me to check out. I know my camera is not going to pick it up very well. I'll show it off a little bit later. But this is the Douglas, aka the Dougie Fresh, I'm calling it. Nice green micarta thumb stud with a fuller that you can fully flick. So those are the couple of knives. I got all my knives with me, but those are the couple that I got in pocket that I am trying to get some feedback on. So yeah, you'll see more of those. Who knows what else you'll see, but I'm going to keep on keeping on. I got about a 45-minute drive until my first stop. And then this whole thing takes about 2.5-3 hours for me to do. So, yep. I'll see ya on the next one. Or I hit pause now. Whoops. I hit pause now and then I'll start up again later. I never know how to do these transitions very well when I vlog. I have officially made it to the Mountain Loop Highway, and I am going to be continuing on down the road that way, which is due south, and see what shenanigans can ensue. Sun is finally starting to come up. Still see the moon, but it's getting lighter out, so should be able to start recording some good stuff. Alright, well here is where the end of the service road, or the beginning of the service road basically, and it's telling me that the road is closed to Barlow Pass, which leads me to believe that I'm not going to be able to complete the Mountain Loop, but I'm going to keep going, see what happens. I can always turn around and backtrack, but officially that's the end of the paved road, and it's completely all service road style like this, not paved, really bumpy. But yeah, last time I was out here, it was back in November, and we had some pretty wicked floods, and the road had washed through. So I was only able to get probably 10 miles or so down the road before I actually had to turn around So who knows? We shall see, but I'm gonna go as far as I can go, at least, and figure it out from there. First little pit stop of the morning. It's just a little picnic area that isn't too far in, and this is just a spot that's always so quiet, just nice and peaceful. Little sign, home away from home, and it's just looking out into this valley. It's really misty out. It's only it's about 5:30 a.m. So yeah, we're at the base of the Cascade Mountains. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. So I mentioned earlier that I have the Asher Knives Titanium Spiro on me this morning. I also got the Dougie Fresh, but that is in the truck right now. But yeah, this is what'll be in pocket today. This knife is bad ace. Asher Knives did an excellent, phenomenal job on this. Alright, I'm going to keep on keeping on. Okay, as soon as I said I'm going to keep on keeping on, something started making some freaky deaky noises right back that way. I don't know if I can capture it or not, but out here sometimes you can get the willies, get a little bit of an eerie feeling. I mean, I'm sure there's Sasquatch all over the place out here, right? And I'm sure I'm good eats for a Sasquatch, or not. Maybe they're actually vegetarians, but I don't know. Sometimes when I am out here, it's nice to be alone in the wilderness, and then sometimes you hear certain things, and yeah, it gets a little spooky. Stevie gets a little spooked. So, oh well. I just got a little short walk back to the truck, and then I'm gonna see where else I can get to. Oh, and by the way, Breakfast of Champions, M-Bomb Jerky, pineapple shake. That's what I'm snacking on this lovely morning. Pineapple shake is so good. Beverage check. Coffee, black like my soul. Out of the Said Stevie tumbler, available on my Teespring. So, just thought I'd give a shout out to Mateo, M-Bomb Jerky. Great road trip food. In fact, Blade Show's coming up. Big road trip coming up. And on the first leg, that's going to be me picking up Nuz before we head off to meet Cue Ball and Maddie. I got a couple bags for us, and then I even placed a pretty sizable order having it delivered to Cue Ball, so we all have plenty of M-Bomb Jerky to snack on while we are on our cross-country adventure. So, alrighty, more coming at you. Or do I point over here? Finger guns. So it gets pretty rough through here. Really no avoiding all the potholes. That's just what it's like throughout this whole drive. You're not really doing much more than 10 miles an hour. That's probably tops. I'm doing about 8 miles an hour right now, and yeah, it just gets, even with the bigger truck that I got, I'm not trying to fly through here and be all thrashed around the cab of the vehicle. So And if I haven't explained before, I guess I should probably say the Mountain Loop Highway, for those of you that don't know, is a stretch of highway that connects Darrington, Washington to Granite Falls. It does a complete loop. It's a loop through the mountains. And the vast majority of the Mountain Loop Highway is just like this. It runs along the Sauk River, Skagit River. Lots of waterfalls, like you see right there, all throughout. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous place out in the Pacific Northwest. Well, this is a good sign. This is where everything washed out during flood season, and this was just a big gushing river going through there. So it runs through a little culvert out that way. But you can see, I mean, the road is fine now, but there was absolutely no making it past this point for a while. I was seeing big old trucks that are all lifted and everything, not even attempting it. It was so rapid. So I have gotten to this spot a couple times, but not past it in quite some time. So, yay! Well, I've been driving now for a little over 2 hours. So I figured I'm gonna stop and stretch my legs a little bit more, or just a little bit. I've made a couple little pit stops, but from where I've parked here, there is a little trail down to the river. So while I am walking down, I wanted to try to capture some of this awesomeness, because this is just quintessential Pacific Northwest backwood trails. Yeah, see if I cannot bust my ass on camera. And this area out here, I don't think it is shroom season right now, but this specific area right around in here is where I have seen some of the biggest mushrooms around in. Oh, look at, there's some right there. Look at, hello shroom. You get lots of different, I can't identify, I'm not that good, but there are a lot of different kinds of mushrooms out here, and I would love to know what they are. I should definitely try to, I know I could get like a mushroom guide. Ugh. Don't fall, Stevie. Don't fall. Alright. But I'm probably going to. It's going to be a little slick getting down there. But it is on the riverbank. There's a bridge up yonder. This is the Skagit River. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Alright, I'm going to head back up yonder from where I just came from to the truck. I decided to, that bridge that I showed you earlier, come walking down, and figured I would try to stand on the bank it's pretty out here. I knew if I looked hard enough I'd find some eventually. We got some shrooms. There we go. If you are watching this and you know what kind these are, let me know. Okay, so I guess if I don't actually carry something on me every day, it's not technically part of EDC, but in my truck, I'm in my truck every day, and there's certain items that I always carry in my truck. So I kind of consider that part of my EDC. And one thing I can never go without, and I guess I do carry, I always got a pair of these in my backpack, got a pair in my luggage, even my work backpack, and I'm talking about some good fingernail. I guess it's more, I keep them around for more fingernail clipping. But this is a sack. I don't remember what this model is, but yeah, it comes with an awesome set of clippers on here. They just you deploy them, right? Boom, they fold out, and then boom, you got yourself a nice pair of spring clippers. And yeah, I'm always obsessing with my hands, and I used to have a really bad habit of biting my fingernails, and so because of that, I just keep them short now, and I always gotta keep my fingernails short. I just do. But having a good pair of clippers on me is something that is just a must. Just like I always have to have my floss pick around. Little things like that, I guess, are my just little pet peeves. I can't stand like little hangnails or anything, or something stuck in my teeth like that. I just obsess on it. So I make sure that stuff won't drive me crazy anymore. So I always have items like that around. And I don't really, people don't talk about that part of the EDC world very much. What do you guys have to carry on you? Do you guys carry toothpicks? You know, this is a very capable toothpick. The old Victorinox Swiss Army knife toothpick. Very, very capable. But I prefer to have something, again, with a flosser and a pick. And being that I have been munching on M-Bomb Jerky all morning, it's already come in handy a couple times. But I think, so I happen to have an extra Hawaii knife and gear slip made by Lancelot Leather that this guy fits into perfectly. So that's how I carry my my sack toenail clippers. And I should send this to Andrew, and I may as well just have it done in koa wood. I don't think he's ever done one of these, but I know that he could, because he is the koa art guru. One of both of these fine people are EDC Roundtable brothers. So you got Joe, the co-founder, with myself, and then you have Hawaii Knife and Gear. So they have collaborated in the past, and Joe sent me one of their, I got a couple slips for a couple different pieces of Andrew's that I have, and this one was extra. And so, like I said, it fits this perfect. I need to put a lanyard on here for sure, because pulling it out by the little keychain loop is not, I mean, it's good, but I mean, this is a tight slip for sure. I was not intended for this. It just happens to fit it. So, yep. So, again, I want some content within this vlog to be about EDC. So, I figured, yeah, I literally had like just a little hangnail, and I was like, where's my clippers? I know I always have them, but I'm always like, oh my gosh, I mean, case in point, I always got a backup, right? One is none, two is one. So, this is always with me, but then I also keep an extra set of, clippers in the console also. I take it a step further. I also keep a nail and like cuticle buff in here with me. Again, that little things like that just drive me insane. And I find when I'm out on the road and, I get fidgety, and that's when, I start picking out little things on the fingers, and I gotta buff it off. I don't think that's OCD. I think that's just something I'm very particular about. But my hands are getting softer ever since I started using, I guess, shameless plug here. Ever since I started developing my own beard oil and beard balm, I'm working with a lot of the oils that are contained in here. There's a look at my balm. There's a look at my oil. Pacific Essence of the Pacific Northwest scents. Gotta come up with a better name than that, but it's my signature scent. If I have a signature scent. But because I work with these oils so often, jojoba oil, argan oil, camellia seed oil, hemp oil, castor oil, coconut oil, and different essential oils, I'm always getting them on my hands. And then from using the balm all day, it's good. It's good for the skin also. So that's one of the intended purposes of the ingredients that I have in my beard products that I'm selling on the EDC Roundtable with Hawaii Knifing Gear and Joe, and Hey It's the Johnsons and Forest Hangs and Mastronza Blades. More, I'll probably shout out them a little bit more too. I got some products with me just for talking point sake, but yep. Great look at the mountaintops. Love the Cascades. Absolutely love them. So it did just occur to me that over the winter, after encountering a bunch of downed trees and some pretty sketchy spots to navigate with, again, all fallen trees and whatnot as I'm going up and down these backwood trails, I was going to get myself a little battery-powered chainsaw to keep in the rig, and like a good solid chain to be able to hook up to the front of the truck and pull stuff out of the way if I needed to. Case in point, so this isn't anything to really worry about, but you start getting stuff like this that can go all the way across the road, and then coming up, so you encounter a lot of stuff like this, and it looks like someone's already done a pretty good job, or I think, yeah, this stuff has been cut up by a much bigger chainsaw, obviously right here, but you see stuff comes down quite often, and I have encountered stuff where I'm able to pick it up and move it out of the way, but to have just a little, I don't know how big of a chainsaw I would really need, but something that I can keep permanently in the back of my cab, or not cab, my yeah, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Am I going to be able to make it through here without having to move shit? I think I will. I don't think I'm going to scratch anything. But, so I didn't know that this was coming up. I had just started to see remnants of trees that had been cleared, and I was like, I don't have my freaking chainsaw like I was going to get. So that's definitely something that I need to look into, and that would be part of my truck carry for sure, because twice, I think at least twice, maybe even 3 times during winter, this past winter, out on a trail, the Seattle River trail, we couldn't keep going because of the trees that were down, and if I had a little chainsaw I would have been able to get through. But Yeah, you can see where things have washed through. I gotta assume that even though this looks like the road is blocked right here, I can get around this stuff. So, but yeah, that's the kind of shit that you encounter out here. I think this is gonna be a little tight. Shit. Yeah, it's a tight fit, but I do fit. My depth perception is always off. I'm always like, shit, I no way I can make that, and then I end up making it just fine. But yeah. And again, I have a very capable truck. If I am ever in a sticky situation, I can pop this thing into the different 4 low, 4 high, 2 low, all that. But this is also kind of a everyday commute car, not like a beater truck. So I do try to avoid getting into anything too hectic, but I think I'm okay. This is what I come out to these places for. This. It's just a river. But, man, this noise, after a long work week with the traveling, all the traveling that I've been doing lately, all the stress as of late, loved ones passing away, this is a good reset for me. And that's your most used EDC, right? Your mental. And for me, as I step into the water, yeah, that's my most used EDC. And we definitely don't talk about that very much. The mental aspect of life. I think there needs to be a lot more dialogue about that. And to me, breaking away from the monotony of life and being fortunate enough to live in an area where I can drive out and be out here really helps. It really does. This is extremely therapeutic out here, even if it's just for a little bit. Even if I just spend a little bit of time out here. It's been a little bit since I've been able to do this, and yeah. But it's stuff like this that really helps me, you know. So I'll be turning the camera off here in a little bit, and I'm just going to be chilling out here. Just tune out, reset, and this helps me. What do you guys do to help reset? Do you guys worry about that stuff? I know we're all stressed. I'm not the only one. So what do you guys do? What helps you unwind? So yeah, definitely chainsaw is something that I need to look into. Even if it's just getting something from like a Harbor Freight, or, you know, maybe I'll go with I know Milwaukee is making something these days. One of their M18 battery powered little chainsaws. I mean, I could go with something like a gas, but I think having a battery powered one would probably work out just fine. I do have a power inverter that I keep in the truck, so I am able to plug in something and I could keep a battery charged. So yeah, definitely on the list of things to get and acquire before I go into next season of Fallen Trees. Well, it looks like we're going to be doing some limbo. No problemo. Obviously, that was not that big of a deal. But yeah, this past season, this winter, these winter storms that we had definitely wreaked havoc out here. Definitely wreaked havoc. Well, shit. The road is officially blocked. There's no going through this and looking up yonder. The road, yeah. So when they said no, or road closed to the pass, I guess they really meant it. So that is a bummer because there's only like 2 or 3 more miles to go and then you're on the other side. So I'm gonna have to turn around and backtrack. That is a big bummer. So instead of it being about another hour and a half to get home, it's gonna be about another 3 hours, I think. Yeah. So, oh well. It'll be a scenic drive the opposite direction. You win some, you lose some, folks. So who knows when that'll be cleared through to be able to make the mountain loop. But yeah, maybe tomorrow I will attempt to come at it from the other side. I never do that. I always come at it from the direction you guys saw, but I can try to come at it from the other way and maybe at least make it to a certain point on the other side there, because it's equally as gorgeous through the other side there. But oh well, what you gonna do? I sure hope I don't fall. Let's see if I can get across this without getting too wet. Okay, can I just keep going that way? It appears so. I really don't want to fall while I'm holding my camera. That would be embarrassing. Alright, I did it. Well, I had to backtrack quite a ways. It's probably been about an hour and a half since I was at the spot that I couldn't move past on the Mountain Loop Highway. And so I decided to come and stop by one of my favorite spots, the White Chuck River boat launch. And this is the first time I've actually seen people launching boats out of it. Looks like there is a whitewater rafting group here. So, yeah. But behind me is the White Chuck River. It's an awesome place. I figured it'd be a good place to end today's vlog. I don't know how much entertainment value you guys are going to get out of this one today. I didn't really do a lot. It was just mainly me talking while I was driving. So, oh well, it is what it is. We shall see. But anyway, if you guys did watch, I appreciate you guys doing so. And yeah, hopefully I can get back out here and start doing some more of this type of stuff. Again, it's been a little while and I enjoy doing it. I just gotta find some actual content to do while I'm out here again. So anywho, that's everything, folks. Appreciate ya, and until the next one, deuces.